Hi everyone, it's Elisa with Unclutter Me. For those of you who don't know me, let me take a few moments to explain and tell you a little bit about who I am. My name is Lisa Witzleben. I am the proud owner of Unclutter Me here in Anchorage, Alaska, and I am a professional organizer. I'm here to talk to you about the purple elephant in the room that we are all sick and tired of talking about, but yet there's still so much to talk about. Please give me roughly 5 minutes of your time, just 5 minutes, for me to tell you why it is important for us to prepare for the coronavirus, COVID-19. I have my master's in global supply chain management, and I have received multiple phone calls from past clients, current clients, as well as colleagues and friends asking me my recommendation on how far and to what level should we prepare for this potential crisis. Do we know where it's going to go heading forward? Absolutely not. At this point, it is not declared a pandemic. Could it possibly be? Yes. Is it at this point? No. So let's talk about what we need to do to prepare. There are 5 things I think we need to all do immediately. In fact, they don't even require us leaving our home. This is something we are pushing with our own 3 children to make sure that they understand the importance of. Number 1, wash your hands. Wash them frequently. Wash them more than you normally do. Number 2, I need you to cover your cough and sneeze completely, which is hard to do when we are doing that into our elbow, but do your best. Number 3, be consistent on your multivitamins. If you are adding anything in, make sure you talk to your healthcare provider before doing so, but be consistent. Number 4, drink water. Whatever level of water you were drinking prior to this outbreak, consider increasing it even more. Add water or lemon to it if you necessarily need to, or any other different types of fruit. And number 5, I need you to get plenty of rest. Why is it that we want you to do these 5 steps? The reason is because we need to do the best to keep our immune systems at the best possible level we possibly can. So now I'm going to talk to you about what I believe you should do to prepare for an increase in this coronavirus. To assume that we may see more confirmed cases in our local communities and not knowing if this may be advanced to a pandemic. The reason I'm giving you these recommendations is because I'd like you to have these things on hand now versus waiting to when fear and panic sets in, and for those who will be irrationally buying and trying to stockpile things. I'd rather you be prepared for your family, be it that you are a single individual or a multi-generational family. So keep that in mind. My point is I'd like you to be as prepared as possible now versus when it turns into a panic, if it even does. And if anything, we have this food available and you can use it as necessary. So number 1, let's talk about, I want you to have cash. It needs to be in small denominations, and it needs to be a level that you feel comfortable for your family. For those of you who may be a single individual, this number will be very different from a family that is a multi-generational family. You're going to decide the level of cash you feel you need. This cash will be in small denominational bills, no higher than $20. I recommend as many 10, 5s, and 1s as possible. Please remember to keep this in a secure area, but also easy to access. Number 2, I want you to consider your gas level in all of your vehicles. Please do not let any of your vehicles fall below half a tank. Again, what I'm trying to do is set you up that you are best prepared so that if fear and panic ensues, you're not having to be out there with the general public and getting these items that you may need just for general living if you weren't prepared in advance. Number 3, we need to talk about food, healthcare, also includes hygiene, as well as your paper products. 7 to 10 days is the magic number. Make sure you have a 7 to 10 day supply in your home to be able to take care of yourself as well as any family members for the aspect that we may not be able to leave our home for a guaranteed period of time. Children may be home for us for a longer period of time than what typically would be happening at this time of year. So again, look at your levels of your food. Consider comfort foods, especially when our anxiety and we have a lot of stress in our lives are taking place. Would that be cocoa for kids? Maybe a bottle of wine for you and your partner. Make sure you've looked at your canned goods, your frozen goods, meats, as well as any breads that we might be able to freeze as well. 7 to 10 days. Also consider this when we're looking at your health care as well as hygiene, from your medicines that may be needing to get from a pharmacy to as simple as even Q-tips, paper towels, and toilet paper. I also want you to consider your paper products as well. So consider all of these needs that you may have: food, healthcare, hygiene, as well as paper products. My point is I'd like to keep you as prepared as possible, so that way if panic or frustration or just a fear of concern rises within the general public, you aren't out there with the rest of them trying to get all of this stuff that you may need for your family. Sit down and have a meeting. Discuss what's most important for you and your loved ones. Let's take the time to prepare now. You can do this. Unclutter Me is here to assist you. Refresh, renew, live simply, and remember, be intentional.